Welcome back once again, all of my low carb friends, and for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. Today I have another very easy keto meal recipe for you. Today I am going to show you how to make jalapeno popper meatloaf. And if you want a printable version of this recipe, you can check out my website at janet'sdeliciouslowcarbkitchen.com. You can find a printable version of this recipe and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see lots of easy, delicious, low-carb keto recipes, make sure you click that subscribe button and click the notification bell that's right next to the subscribe button. That way you can be notified every time I put out new videos. And if you are a music lover, make sure you check out the link in the description to my other YouTube channel, Inspirational Songs with Janet. I've posted another new song there, so make sure you check that out and subscribe there also. And remember that Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific time, I will be going live on TikTok, so make sure you join me there. And if you'd like to help support this channel, make sure you scroll down in the description of the video. You'll see some affiliate links. Anytime you purchase anything using those affiliate links, a small portion of your purchase will go to me and help support the channel. So, while we do all that, let's get cooking. Preheat your oven to 375 degrees. Place 8 ounces of softened cream cheese in a large mixing bowl. Gradually stir 8 ounces or around 2 cups of the shredded cheese of your choice into the softened cream cheese. I'm using 1 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese and 1 cup of shredded Colby cheese. Make sure you add the cheese just a little bit at a time. If you add it all at once, then the cheese is going to get all clumpy and not be able to distribute evenly throughout the cream cheese. Once the shredded cheese is fully added and combined with the cream cheese, gradually stir in anywhere from 120 grams to around 240 grams or a half cup to a full cup of chopped jalapenos. I'm using the canned jalapenos and I just chopped them up into small pieces. And I used around a half cup. You can adjust this more or less depending on how spicy you like your meatloaf. I just like a little bit of spice. I'm kind of wimpy when it comes to spices. Just a little bit, just enough to have a hint of a spice. So mine's around a half cup. If you want to, you can stir in some cooked crumbled bacon. I'm not adding any of that this time around. I'm just doing the cream cheese and jalapenos. Stir the jalapenos in until everything is combined and evenly distributed. Then set the filling aside for a minute. For your meatloaf, place 2 pounds of extra lean ground beef in a large mixing bowl. Gradually add 150 grams or around 1 cup of finely crushed pork rinds. If you don't want to use pork rinds, you can use dry keto breadcrumbs or almond meal. The point and purpose of adding pork rinds or dried breadcrumbs is it creates structure for your meatloaf, and it also helps absorb the extra fat grease that beef produces while it's cooking. You know, we've all seen when we cook ground beef, you see that fat grease that comes out of it. The pork rinds or dried breadcrumbs or almond meal, whatever you use in this case, that helps absorb that as well as give structure to your meatloaf. Once the pork rinds or dried breadcrumbs are fully combined with your ground beef, add 2 large eggs, 120 milliliters or around a half cup of the milk of your choice. My favorite keto milk is always coconut milk. Add 15 milliliters or around 1 tablespoon of that W sauce that I cannot pronounce. Y'all know what it is. Worcestershire sauce. My brain does not let me pronounce it right, so you know the W sauce. You know what I'm talking about. Add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and some salt and pepper according to your taste. Stir everything together until everything is fully combined. Take half of the beef mixture and press it evenly and firmly throughout the bottom of a 9 by 5 inch loaf pan. Then spread the cream cheese filling evenly over the beef. I usually do this just by scooping the cream cheese filling out by tablespoonfuls, and then I use a butter knife to kind of smooth it evenly over the top of the beef. You want to make sure that it is even. That way you won't have a lopsided meatloaf. Take the remaining beef mixture and press it evenly on top of the cream cheese filling so it fully covers the filling. And again, I do this by dropping it by tablespoonfuls and then just kind of pressing it together. You want to make sure there's not any holes or cracks in the top of the meatloaf so that the filling doesn't come gushing out everywhere. Now, as you can see, my pan is a little bit small. I accidentally grabbed a 1.5 quart casserole pan instead of my 9x5 loaf pan. So, yeah, I didn't realize it until I started putting the bottom layer of the meat on. So it's almost too small. It barely fit in there. So if you have a 9x5, it should be fine. Once your meatloaf is all set up in the pan, place your meatloaf in your preheated oven, bake at 375 degrees for 50 to 60 minutes or until the beef is no longer pink and the internal temperature is at least 160 degrees. Once the meatloaf is done baking, remove it from the oven and let it sit for at least 10 minutes. And you definitely want to wait the full 10 minutes. This just helps the juices and the excess fat to just kind of soak in so you don't have a greasy, sloppy meatloaf. While your meatloaf sits, we're going to make a ranch drizzle that goes over the top of the meatloaf. This is optional. You can leave your meatloaf just as it is, and then after it sits for 10 minutes, slice it and serve it. I like to put the ranch drizzle on it as just added taste to it. So for the ranch drizzle, in a medium mixing bowl, combine 120 grams or around a half cup of ranch dressing. If you don't want store-bought, I'll leave a link in the description to my 2-minute ranch dressing, and you can use that. Just measure out 120 grams or around a half cup. Add 2 tablespoons or around 30 grams of sour cream, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and a half teaspoon of pepper. Stir everything together until it's fully combined and smooth. Then once your meatloaf has set for 10 minutes, you can serve this ranch drizzle one of 2 ways. You can either pour it over the entire meatloaf and then slice your meatloaf and serve it, or you can slice your meatloaf and then drizzle your desired amount over each individual meatloaf slice. That's up to you. I actually kind of do both. I use most of it on top of the meatloaf, and then I leave a little bit extra just in case I want to drizzle a little bit more over the individual slice. So that's up to you how you want to serve that. You serve this warm with any side of your choice. I like to serve it with green beans or my keto mashed potato substitute. Whatever you want, just eat and enjoy. And that's the recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more recipes like this, make sure you click that thumbs up like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.